Well, friends, I don't know about you, but here we are at day 9 of my 24 days of Christmas cards, and I am loving making this series. And I admit, one of my favorite Christmas things is when Coke puts Santa or the polar bears on their can. So I'm really feeling festive now. Also, I'm feeling a little frustrated because, in truth, there's a piece that I wanted to show you that I use in this next video that I cannot find, and it's possibly because there's a bit of a craftastrophe happening around me. But it looks beautiful and bright back here, and I feel shiny and wonderful. Sometimes you just need to put on a little bit of extra lip gloss, and everything is going to be just fine, friends. So if you too are feeling a little harried and frenzied at this time of year, you're not alone. It happens. It gets dark earlier, and we feel like our to-do list is never going to be a to-done list. So why don't you join me for less than 10 minutes, a tiny little break. Close the door, come on in and sit down, and I'm going to show you how this card comes to be. Now, there's a couple elements here that I love about this card. One is that I use the extra pieces that I have made from washi tape on a different project. So Pink Fresh Studio makes these beautiful washi tapes. I have another video that I'll think about how to link and try and do that. But I didn't use the wreaths from that washi tape, and now I have them. So I came up with a different card design to be able to use these. The other thing that I truly love, my friend Eva is a big fan of embossing, and I used a new embossing folder that I haven't had from a company I hadn't used for the embossing folders before, friends. It's called Tonic Studios. I buy lots of their foil paper, but this is the first embossing folder that I have used of theirs. And I'll tell you, why don't all embossing folders come with an outline of what is inside the embossing folder? I think that is brilliant. I'm going to look for more of these. And then here's my little frustrating part. I have all these wonderful little sentiments that I've done. This was for a series of blue things that I was doing, but I've done them in other colors. Little black one right there. You can see the one I used on the front of this card here. They're beautiful, and they come in a one-piece stamp and a one-piece die so that you can make, I think it's 8 or 9 of them all at once. You'll see it in the video. I can't remember where I put that set, and I'm not entirely sure who the manufacturer is. If I was a betting person, I would say it might be Pink Fresh Studio because I was using some other Pink Fresh things, but it's possible it could be Waffle Flower because I have a lot of their sentiments and fonts that I like as well. I'm going to look it up. I'm not sure if I'll know by the time this is posted, and if I do know, I will put it up there, I promise you. And if you know, put it in the comments. So friends, grab your favorite whatever it is to make you feel festive, and let's spend the next few minutes together in my crafting studio being merry and bright. Let's get Christmas creating. So the first thing that you're probably going to notice, because it certainly was the first thing that I noticed, was I filmed this at a very funny angle. But being a new YouTuber means I'm learning, and friends, learning is living. So let's just go with it. All right, I've embossed that first piece of paper, and you saw the card that I was making. What I'm going to do now is just use my trimmer to go ahead and take this down to the front size of the card that I think I want. You'll see in a second here, when I pull the card over to myself, it's the sample I'm following, I realized, oh, I want this to be more of a matte size. So I take it down just a little bit further to be the exact right size. In this particular element, I wanted to be able to have a few of these cards. So I use this is what I was talking about, stamp set that's all in one with these sentiments. They're so great. I stamp that down in black, and I really like having a nice rich black on my sentiments, especially because it's going to be a focal point on the card. So I take my stamp pendable in my MISTI and I go one more time. And this stamp set's so magical that there's one die that will cut all of these out at once, which in my way of thinking is great because, as you know, if you know, I love making sets of cards and giving sets to friends as gifts. So this is helping me make, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 sentiments all at once that can be used on the fronts of my cards. All right, there they are, popping out, satisfaction, wonderful. Okay, now this round punch is coming out because, see that gold layer behind? Well, I want to make sure that my card doesn't get too heavy and require my postage. That black cardstock is a very rich, heavy black cardstock, and I need to put a white piece of cardstock inside so that people can write on it. Then I've got my embossed layer that I'm gluing up with my absolute favorite glue press there. So you can see I've got kind of a lot of layers going on. So hidden behind that piece, I pop out this little gold one and put that down so that I don't have the extra weight of the gold foil in the card. Now I'm putting on my top embellishment piece there, and you can see it's come together. And friends, let me tell you, it is such a fun thing to be able to hide a little technical detail like that, but still come out with a beautiful and professional looking card. So with my white gel pen here, I go through and I'm just adding some dots. I think dots are cute, so that's why I added them. If you like stripes, or you go ahead and add those, but the dots were something that I enjoyed doing. Grab my pair of tweezers here, start to play with that washi tape embellishment that I have to see what's the right way that I want to frame this card up. And you can see I've decided to make a duplicate of the card above or next to it, depending on which way you're looking at the video. Okay, so now I take the washi tape. You saw me put some double-sided tape and a little bit of glue on the back of that. The reason is it's going down on the bumpy embossing that you can see here, and I just want to give it that extra adhering. I had fun making a bunch of these different ones, adding red or gold touches, some bling, and really just making it something that would be a delight to give to friends and family. I hope you'll come back tomorrow for day 10 of my 24 Days of Christmas.